Good afternoon, everyone. It is another day, or almost night now. A little bit of change of scenery, and I want to show you guys really quick. I'm actually in North Carolina. I'm visiting my mom and a few friends, but bro, check this out. How sick is this, man? Freaking lake, and then you got my mom's ginormous house compared to the houses out there in California. But dude, this is dope. This is super sick, man. Guys also might not know, this is my first ever car, bro. When I got my license and was able to drive and stuff, this is what I drove. It's a 1999 BMW 328i, and it's crazy because this car, I believe, has I think it has 350,000 miles, like original miles from the regular engine that's in it and everything. So it's pretty crazy. So again, this car is in North Carolina. I'm gonna try to do my best to ship it out to California here soon. But other than that, man, yeah, we're gonna take this thing for a spin, grab some food, and yeah, just kind of vibe out, man. All right, man, let's try to get in this thing right here. This is crazy, bro. This is absolutely crazy.
Smells like BMW to me.
All right, let's turn this thing on. I want to see how many miles this thing has. Look at that. It starts up like a dream. This has 315,000 miles, bro. That's crazy, dog. This car actually drives really well. It's kind of funny. I don't know what the check engine light is on for, but that's besides the point. This car is really cool, but I've kind of been contemplating on either when I bring it to California, if we make it a drift car, or do we kind of fully restore it in a way and just kind of make it clean, you know? I don't know. I don't know what to do because the car has so many miles. I'm just kind of I don't know. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, what would you guys want to see? Would you want to see this thing to be like a drift car and just kind of sliding around and whatnot? Or would you rather me make it clean and just simple, you know? All right, guys, I never really gave you guys a full walk around of the car, so let me do so now. And by the way, if you guys are seeing this, the reason why these are missing on a few of them is because one of these neighbors is actually kind of basically messing with my mom. They don't want her to park right here, so they're basically pulling those off, and she ended up replacing one of them when they did it the first time, and a couple days later it was gone again. So we just think that one of the neighbors is just kind of being stupid for right now. So that's why they're missing, quote unquote. She has all of them except for this one's on there, but she has all three. She just doesn't want to put them on because she thinks one of the neighbors is pulling them off. But that's besides the point. Let me show you guys the interior. Again, this car is a 1999. It is a bit dirty. You can see this handle probably hasn't really been cleaned in a while, so that usually comes clean when I just kind of wipe it with a wet wipe or whatever. But pretty decent condition, I'd say, you know, for a 99. Got some typical BMW tears. Fun fact about this car, my mom was the first owner of this car back in I think she bought it in 2000 or something like that, but she was the very first owner, so she's had it ever since. And it was garage kept at one point, but over the years, you know, buying new cars, more cars, stuff like that, this one unfortunately got sent to the gulag and was ended up staying outside for the rest of its time. But you know, fairly decent interior. Back seats, here we go. A little door cart, pretty clean. And yeah, that's pretty much it back here. Back seats are pretty good condition, I'd say. The only thing is the the headliner is actually starting to fall down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that side, and then you can already see this side over here. So, and it is starting to sag a little bit up top, but I believe that's easy fix, and it's just a typical BMW thing. But yeah, man, I really don't know what I would want to do with this. So many things, so many options out there. I could LS swap it, even though I'm not really like an LS fan. Yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments down below. Let me show you guys the engine bay. Come to the front here. BMW have this little like hook thing. You just pull on that, and that's actually how you open the engine bay. One other thing, as this car backs out here. All right, I was waiting for that car to leave, but this is what the engine bay looks like. Well, the engine is healthy. I would want to probably do like a compression test or something like that to get an actual idea of the status of the engine as far as like health wise. But if everything checks out, man, I know a lot of people usually like turbo this engine and they make pretty decent power, so that also could be an option. I really could like take the engine out and just fully refresh the engine, you know, new seals and everything like that. I'm really good at that stuff, especially once I have the engine out and I can actually like put my hands on everything, because this engine bay, unlike others, yes, it looks like there is a lot of room, but with it in here, it's pretty crammed. You know, like imagine trying to get to all the intake manifold bolts, or let's say the exhaust manifold bolts, you know. Everything is really crammed in there, and it's really tight. Strut towers are pretty close to each other, so I would feel a lot more comfortable, yeah, if I could take the engine out and stuff like that. Also, if I did that, that would give me a chance to change the drivetrain. This car is automatic right now, so I could do like a manual swap. So there's a lot of options out there. In all seriousness, you know, give me some good recommendations. Like, would you guys want to see a turbo BMW on the channel? I could even drift that, you know, or would you want me to just full on like LS swap it and just kind of keep it simple? I'm not really going for something like super clean. If I were to do something like that, I would just probably just put it in there, get it working, and then just slide it, you know, honestly. So let me know down in the comments down below. I'm really curious. I can see 2 NOS bottles just sitting in there waiting to be used. But yeah, man, this car honestly is pretty nice, you know, for the year, for the age. I feel like it should look a lot worse than it actually does. So I'm excited. I'm really stoked to get it on the West Coast. And what's really cool, actually, I just realized that it actually already has drilled and slotted rotors. So that's pretty cool up front. Let me see about the back. Yeah, same thing in the rear. I wonder if the pads are upgraded as well. So that's pretty sick. But yeah, all this thing really needs to look cool or look better is coilovers for sure, maybe some wheels, a body kit. You know, imagine this thing with like a little bit of aggressive front bumper, side skirts, and rear bumper, and probably like a little spoiler, or maybe like a roof kind of like spoiler. I don't know what you would call it. You know how people put the spoiler like right here, so something like that. But yeah, and that's really pretty much it, you know. As far as interior wise, I wouldn't really do too much. I probably would yank the 2 seats out, the front 2 seats, if I make it a drift car, and I put like some Recaros or just some type of more racing style seats. Definitely put a cage in there all the way around, and just make this thing like a fun caged car. I don't even know if I would even keep it street legal at that point. Probably wouldn't even register it. It would literally just be a track car. I don't know. The only reason why I guess I'm kind of contemplating on that idea is just because if I make it a track car, it's cool and all, but there isn't really a track that's like super local to me. So it would be kind of a hassle to take this car from my house to the track. So I think that's why in my head I'm like kind of not leaning towards doing that. It would be super fun, and I know I would have a great time, but it's just like, how often would I really want to go to the track? So oh man, I don't know. There's a bunch of options. So I think maybe at least logically for me would be just to turbo this engine, you know, take it out, fully refresh everything, turbo it, and potentially even do a 6-speed swap and just kind of make like a fun street car. I don't know, man. So there's a bunch of things that we could really do with this thing. Either way though, guys, I am super stoked on it, and very appreciative that my mom was able to give me my first car back. You guys see the title. I know I didn't really technically buy it back. I didn't spend any money on it yet, but once I actually do ship this car over to California, that is where I would have bought the car, I would say. So yeah, man, we will be adding another car to the fleet, and I am super excited to have this thing in the driveway in CA.